Germany's president has been leading a memorial service for the victims of a knife attack last weekend in the western city of Solingen. President Frank Walter Steinmeier says the violence has shaken the country to its core, and he's called for a more consistent political approach to refugees and asylum seekers. Chancellor Olaf Scholz is also attending the service. 3 people died when a man attacked a crowd of people at a festival. The suspect is a failed asylum seeker from Syria who was supposed to be deported from Germany. We can now hear a little bit of the German president's remarks.
We must make every effort to enforce the immigration rules that already exist and that are now being established. That is a huge undertaking that must have priority in the coming years. We will need the efforts of the state as a whole. This is what I expect and what the people of our country expect, beyond partisan frontiers and across all levels of public authority. This is a matter for which the democratic forces in our country must take responsibility.
And for more on today's memorial service in the city of Solingen, I'm joined in the studio by DW's political correspondent Hans Brandt. Hello to you, Hans. So I know you were listening to the full speech by German President Frank Walter Steinmeier. What stood out for you?
I think what's notable is the extent to which this particular attack really struck home in Germany. Steinmeier talked a lot about the fact that Germany actually sees itself as an open society that welcomes people from foreign countries and that prides itself on being an open society, and that this openness and this sense of welcome had been in some sense betrayed. And that's a feeling of betrayal also that one feels particularly in the city of Solingen, not least because there was another attack there 30 years ago, which was committed by right-wingers against immigrants at that time. So Solingen, in some sense, feels persecuted by this kind of violence. Yes, the trauma of German society that was caused by this attack, I think, is notable.
We've also seen how this attack has reignited the debate on migration in Germany, about the entire asylum system. Is this going to represent some sort of turning point for migration policy in this country?
Well, obviously, migration policy has been controversially discussed for many years, in fact. And what did happen now, after this attack in the past week, is that the current government of Chancellor Olaf Scholz and his coalition partners from the Greens and the market liberal Free Democrats finally agreed to increasing measures to restrict migration to Germany and to try and get people that are here illegally to leave the country. This is something they couldn't agree on for many, many months, and under the pressure of this attack, but also under the pressure of the regional elections that are taking place actually today, where migration is a very serious, very prominent issue amongst opposition parties. Under this pressure, all of these things happened. So in that sense, it was a turning point, yes.
But how do you think the German public is viewing these measures by the German government? Is it enough? Are people going to be satisfied that there's been like a further tightening of migration and asylum rules? Or do you expect this debate to continue to fester in the country? It
will continue. The debate will continue. It's certainly, I think, the people who are critical of the government, especially from the far right, but also from the far left on the issue of migration, will not be satisfied by the measures that have been taken now. They feel that that will be too little, too late, and that they would demand much, much harsher measures. While German society as a whole, I think, is still open to migration, is still welcoming migrants, and so there will be many people as well, especially within the sort of centre liberal society, who will feel that some of these measures might actually go too far already. That includes, for instance, a deportation recently, also this week, by chance, of migrants to Afghanistan, which had been planned for several weeks ahead and took place just in the last couple of days.
DW's Hans Brandt, thank you so very much for your analysis. Appreciate it.